Hello and welcome to the Mirror Game podcast with me, Nathan Bliss, gaming editor. I'm delighted to be joined today by British Grime artist P Money. How you doing? You okay?
I'm good, man.
Good. I really appreciate you coming on today. Really excited to speak with you. I've been a fan of yours since the Ho Rhythm days. So I'm a big fan of yours, and obviously you're involved in like FIFA soundtracks and stuff, so I've always been aware of you as a gamer. But I just wanted to find a bit more about you and your relationship with gaming and what it means to you.
I mean, I've been gaming since quite a young kid. I think I started out on, there was a game called, I think was it Alex the Kid or something like that?
Yeah.
It was like one of those really old school ones. I remember I used to go to my cousins all the time and play it. And then, as the years went on, I just always tried to get my own consoles, like Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo 64, even like going back to the SNES and then going through PlayStation 1, 2, then the Xbox came out. And when that came out, that completely changed how gaming was for me, because the first Xbox, you could save your music on there. So, because I was making music, that just took me off my feet. I was like, wow, I can actually save my music to my console and then play my games while playing my own music. And then since then, it's always been music and gaming. Like, I've never stopped gaming alongside doing music. I've never stopped. It's just in the past year, I just started streaming it.
Oh, cool. So you stream now? I didn't know that. I'm gonna definitely tune into your stream.
I stream on Twitch. I stream GTA at the moment. It's like a role play server. I'm kind of playing myself, but like a younger version. But it's really cool because I get to do music. There's like a music scene on there. People make music. We do live shows on there. Almost like it's like a Grand Theft Auto virtual reality of P Money's life anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like on a weekend, I'll go and do a show. I'll come back and do a show in the game. Like, it's quite cool. But I stream FIFA as well, Rainbow Six, a few other games. Anything that I'm like, that's really fun to play, to be honest.
Yeah, so you like both the competitive side, like the Rainbow Six Call of Duty side, where you can go and like compete against others, but you also like the GTA side, where you can just kind of go into your own virtual world and escape the reality of it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, definitely, I love the competitive side. I play Warzone a lot. I mean, I've always played that. I mean, Rainbow Six, I was playing since, like, not many people know, but that was actually out on the Nintendo 64. I had that when I first come across that. And I've always stuck with that franchise. But yeah, definitely love like just diving into adventure games. I used to play like, Zelda. That got me into like Fable. I don't know if you know about Fable.
Yeah, Xbox original. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Any game really. Any game that's really cool to play.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time is still my all-time favorite game. I've got it here. Still my all-time. I play it every now and then. I still haven't completed it. I'm still stuck on the water temple. I just can't get my head around it. I almost don't want to complete it though. When you just
because then it just after that it's like, when are you gonna play it again? Really,
especially Breath of the Wild. I don't know if you played that, but I completed it and it kind of left me a bit empty because after you've completed it, you can't explore the world as you beat it. So
I wish games didn't do that, man.
Yeah, 100%. So what is like the first game that you remember where it kind of changed everything for you? Like the first ever game where you picked it up and you were like, whoa, this is cool. Like, can you remember the first game?
I mean, there's so many, but the first game that I could say I picked up and I just never stopped playing was Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I can't. I was on that all the time. I think I stopped playing out for like 2 years or something. I was just on that. That was like the first game where I properly played online with other people, using a headset, talking to people. And that was like the first game. It was like proper online gaming for me, which like consistently every single day.
So I take it you bought the remastered version as well. And was
I did. Yeah. I mean, it didn't feel the same though. It didn't feel the same, but out of love for that game, I would always buy it no matter how many times they'll do it.
Yeah, man. It's, I mean, I don't know, when you talk about like talking to other people on the game as you're playing, it kind of always brings you back to like the early pandemic days when Warzone launched, and it was just, it just felt like such a big thing, a big part of my life at that time, because we couldn't go and meet other people. And I was talking to friends that I'd not spoken to for ages, and kind of, going around Verdansk and like asking how they are and asking how their girlfriend is, and just, playing and chilling. I think that's the magic of gaming. I think the pandemic kind of just brought that out a little bit more. I don't know what your thoughts were around that time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the pandemic definitely got me to stream, because I found myself with time. Normally, I'm always out and about and recording or doing shows and touring and stuff. So this gave me a chance to actually say, all right, you know what? I could do something. So I'm actually in a converted garage, like you can't see, but this side is a whole streaming setup. And then behind is just like my laundry setup. And I only did that because of the pandemic. I wouldn't have had the idea to even do that. But I was like, do you know what? I'm actually just going to go for it. And then, started streaming. So the pandemic, I feel like for a lot of people, got people back into gaming if they'd stopped, or made people game even harder and start streaming. We saw the prices of like PC setups and stuff just shoot through them to the moon.
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, the Prime Day, there's actually like GPUs that are on sale.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Seeing like prices up, because like, you just couldn't get them.
No.
So when did you convert from console to PC?
A few years ago, I say about 4 years ago, but I was still very much console. I was still using controller. Like I used to play Rainbow Six on PC with JME, who's also like quite a big gamer. And but I was still using controller because I just felt like I hate not being at the best of my ability. So when I first transitioned to mouse and keyboard, I was like not completely rubbish, but I wasn't at like my controller level. So I was still using controller. But then in the last year and a half, I've just been strictly mouse and keyboard for any PC game. So it's been cool.
I'm still in the early stages. I was exactly the same, like using mouse and keyboard, just because everyone was telling me like that's the way to go with Warzone. And then I was like finding myself, exactly what you said, like slightly below my normal level. So I feel really uncomfortable. Like, why don't I pick up the controller? It's right here.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's the competitive side. I'm like, normally I'll have like 15 kills. I'm only getting 7. Like, this don't, do you know what I mean? And you feel like I need to go back to that. Yeah.
What's your KD? Are you frying?
I'm not frying crazy. I think my KD last time I checked was like 1.69 or something like that.
That's pretty good, man. Mine's just hit 1. That's
is it?
Fan. I'm fully average. So I'm really happy about that. At least.
No, but it's actually hard to be average. Warzone, you can have so many bad games and not even realize just how many bad games you've had.
It's true, man. And starting with Verdansk as well, like you've got so many kills and so many deaths that like you need to get like 100 kills and no deaths before you get up one level.
It's tough, man. It's especially if you start the game without like really knowing what to do and how to play it, you will lose so many times. But because I was already playing Battlegrounds, PUBG, I already knew what the whole Battle Royale theme was about. So I was already pretty good.
What's your thoughts on Caldera?
Don't like it. I can't lie. I can't lie. It made me I started playing a lot less, and then I haven't played it recently. I jumped back on when they brought the Godzilla and King Kong. And I can't lie, I was a bit like, why are they not fighting each other? Why?
I think everyone was.
What is going on? Yeah, I was waiting to see, what happens here. But I mean, I would always love Warzone, but I prefer the old map, man.
Were you one of them people in the last days of Verdansk saying we need something different, or were you one of the guys saying like, nah, let's not do this? Because I think a lot of people asking for something different, and then when
no. So my thing is, different is cool. I definitely wanted different, but I didn't want them to just not have the previous map at all. Like I like a choice. Like I also used to play Apex when that came out. I used to play that a lot. And then I used to play Battlegrounds, PUBG. And what I liked about PUBG is they brought out new maps, but it would cycle through them. You could play the different maps. So even if you didn't like a certain map, it was all right because you would still get the map you do like. But when they took away Verdansk completely, it was a bit like, for me, it was a bit like, well, now I'm stuck with a map I don't really want to be on. So I stopped playing the game.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are just waiting for Warzone 2 and just crossing their fingers and just hoping. Man.
Hoping and praying.
Yeah, and I'm happy they're resetting all the stats because I don't have to start from zero again. I can start fresh, and
it's gonna be rough though. It's gonna be rough because so many people are gonna be trying hard to get those big stats straight away.
I'm gonna have to level up all the guns again. Gonna have to get all the skins again. It's gonna be rough at the start, but I kind of enjoy the grind though as well. It's part of it. It's part of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But talking about competitive gaming, obviously esports is huge. I think the pandemic helped that. We saw like esports events go on when traditional sports, if you call it sport, but traditional sport events weren't happening. Esports kind of propped up the whole industry. We saw like F1 races on TV and League of Legends stuff and FIFA stuff. And you're an ambassador for Tundra Esports as well.
Yeah, man.
Which is really cool. What's your thoughts on esports? Have you managed to play with any professional esports players, and what do you think of the level they're at?
I've played with a few like FIFA esport players, and we put on a Rainbow Six tournament at Gfinity and had like a few pro teams come down as well. So I played with a few pros, and it's tough, man. You really get to see the difference. Like, we are casual gamers. Like, as much as as much as we think we're really good, like, we are casual compared to these guys, man. But it's been really fun. Like, it's definitely something I've always dreamed about as a kid. Like, and now to see that it's just happening and this is normal, it's like, wow. Like, I remember turning on the TV, I turned on Sky and seeing these guys I've played with playing FIFA on TV for money. And I'm like, yo, this is the stuff we used to dream about as kids. Like, this is all we wanted, you know what I mean? Like, you know, all the time your parents are nagging you is turn off the game, go to bed. And now it's like, I bet they wish I wish I never told you to turn it off now. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, there's like an old stereotype in there about competitive gaming. Like, if you speak to someone from a different generation, gonna be kind and say that there's like a stereotype, isn't it, where it's like, you know, in the basement, not eating the right foods, not sleeping and all that. But like, talking to professional esports players, like, they're so committed, and the time that they put in, the practice, and then not only that as well, but like when they actually get to an event and they've got the pressure on their shoulders of representing an organization, money's on the line, they've got a crowd, it's being streamed. To perform under that pressure is a lot different to performing like in front of your monitor at home. So yeah, man, it's the level. I mean, we've been lucky enough to play with like some professional Call of Duty players, like Juki's, who Red Bull athlete. Well, we played with him a bit, and I just couldn't believe it, man.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I was just like following him around, holding his hand while he just went and did the business, man. I couldn't really do anything else. But I mean, we get on to as well now your brand new song called Outplayed, which is the first official Grime competitive gaming song. Obviously, it's not your first foray into like gaming songs, isn't it? Obviously, you featured on Lamborghini with KSI. Which was really cool. And you were also the Where and When 2019 track in FIFA 20, the collaboration with Gigs. That was such a good song. I think the FIFA soundtrack's always been like, you know, that's going to be legendary for like forever, especially with FIFA going away now as well. So just talk to me about why you decided to release a track that's all around gaming.
Because the goal for me when I started streaming and stuff was to bridge the gap even more between music and gaming, because they go hand in hand. Like, I don't think people realize just how much they listen to music while playing games. Like, whether it's the theme music when the game starts up or when you're on a certain level or anything, there's always music. But I don't think people really take that in and take in, you know, the artists that are actually creating it or the producers. So I just wanted to do something that kind of bridges that gap. So the first thing I thought is maybe making a track that not only announces, you know, the team I'm a part of, which is Tundra, but also just it's like an anthem for anyone that plays games. You know, I might mention your favorite game or reference something from your favorite game, or even like slang, you know, like GG. Like there's a lot of people that don't know what that means, so I'm kind of like bringing it out. I did it before with a track called Slang Like This, where I just kind of mentioned street slang and explained what it meant. And this is kind of the same thing. It's like talking about gaming slang and gaming, and if you're not a gamer, you kind of get to understand, okay, like, this is our culture, and you kind of get to look in on it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've just noted down some lyrics that just make me realise that you're a proper gamer, and I think people
Yeah.
listening as well to the track will know that. When you talk about making your opponent watch replays on FIFA, I love that. Nuts and births with the guns,
Yeah.
teabagging, cheating, OP meta you got in there. That was I
Yeah.
really like that. And
Yeah.
then you got in camping at the end. I was listening out to
Yeah, the
mention
outro.
camping. I love that bit at the end.
Yeah,
That
man.
was
You
really
got to call out the campers, man. Got to call them out.
yeah, 100%, 100%. And I also love the lyric about, and it's a really prominent in the song, features in the chorus about how girls win too, bro. Look at them flex. I thought that was really good because we need to celebrate diversity in the gaming industry. That it's a very diverse industry, and gaming is for everyone, whatever walk of life you are. And I thought it was really good how you mentioned that because I think research has come out that 47% of all European video game players are women.
Yeah.
So that that we may need to make women feel like they can express themselves in gaming. I think we've seen that with streamers and stuff, and some of the most famous streamers are women, which is really good to see playing games.
Yeah, exactly, man. They win tournaments. I mean, I've played like casual Warzone and and been on a team, and they've literally carried me to wins. Do you know what I mean? But then I have occasionally seen like there's someone I know who, as soon as they play like Overwatch or something, and then they hear it's a girl, they think, oh, she's not going to be good, and they'll join another team, but they don't know like she's absolutely cracked. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I just wanted to point that out and let people know it's these girls will smoke you, man.
Yeah, 100%. And you also mentioned a number of games as well. FIFA, League of Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six. Did I hear a Farmville mention, or was that me?
It's like it's a play on words. It's like also farming points. Like people do things where you're farming to get gear or whatever. So it's like farming. But yeah, it was that whole play on that whole theme.
Yeah, I love that, man. I loved all the references, and I think you're right. When people listen to the track, and if they like a game or if they don't, I think it just makes them kind of question. Oh, this guy plays my game, and like that's really cool. Like it just brings you closer to the audience in that way. I think when you resonate with people.
Yeah, man. I still find like even when I stream, people are like, "Oh my god, like is this is PP," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I didn't know you play this, you play that, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, this is all I do, like in my spare time." I mean, it's hard to understand what an artist does when you're not seeing them in videos or on TV or at shows, but yeah, most of the time I am gaming, so I'm glad to be able to show people that not only do I want to bring music and gaming together, I want to show people that like gaming is a cool thing, because there was also like a stigma of like it's a geeky thing. And I wanted people to see like, no, like some of your favorite rappers that you think are like these, hard guys are gamers. They just play all the time. Do you know what I mean? I've always got rappers in my DMs. Yo, can you get me a Call of Duty code? Or do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to show people that everyone games, and it's a really cool thing. And even if you're, you got a young kid or a younger brother who really wants to get into it, or a younger sister or daughter, definitely help them out, because now it's careers. People are making careers out of it.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's one of the biggest industries in the world at the moment, particularly for jobs. Where if you look at like behind the scenes in development as well, there's so many jobs to be had all across the world. In the UK as well, there's so many great UK based games developers that are always looking for people. So that's definitely going to be a massive part of people growing up in this day and age. It's already a huge part of their culture, gaming. I know it's a huge part of our culture, but like talking to like young people and like having younger people in the family, all they talk about is like Roblox or Fortnite or Minecraft or like, do you know what I mean? That's all they talk about. It's just so deeply ingrained in their culture, and I think that stigma that you talk about is slowly changing as generations go on. And gaming is for everyone. There's something for everyone. If you want to relax and play a single player game and chill like Zelda and just get away from the everyday life, you can de-stress, but you can, if you fancy frying people, you can drop onto Warzone or Rainbow Six. There's something for everyone, man. So there's just an inclusive space. I'm so glad that you've released this and been part of that, and helping people resonate with you and be part of the industry, because we need more people like yourself to announce, I'm a gamer, look at me. Do you know what I mean? That's the big thing.
Yeah, sure.
100%. And you also mentioned, just before I go, you mentioned two players, Neymar and Virgil van Dijk. Any particular reason for that?
No, I just let people work out, why it was said. No, I'll leave it for people to work out.
Cool. Thanks for that. I really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely tune into one of your streams. I won't stream tonight, I promise. I'll definitely listen to some of your streams and watch you. Really appreciate your time. See you on Caldera sometime.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
if you're not playing another game, but really appreciate your time. Best of luck with everything. Pleasure to speak to you, man.
Thank you, man.